The iPhone 12 Pro was released in 2020 during the pandemic. It had a design refresh, which meant that the screen was flat, the back was flat, and the sides were also flat. This phone has screen problems, back problems, camera problems, the battery is not in good condition, but I found it online and I didn't pay a lot of money for it, so I have no reason to keep it like this. So today I'm gonna restore this iPhone 12 Pro, but I had to make some compromises. First off, listen to this. Like I said, camera problems, but we'll get to those later. For now, we're gonna have to open the phone and get inside. Instead of using a suction cup because the screen is cracked, I'm gonna use some alcohol and go around the sides of the screen. This will help break down the adhesive underneath, and I can remove the screen much quicker with a prying tool. With the screen lifted, I can start removing the metal brackets so I can take off the screen. With the screen out of the way, I can start disconnecting everything from the logic board so I can take it out of this frame. One of the flex cables is routed underneath the sticker, so I'm gonna carefully release it because I want to keep this housing for parts. Now just a few screws left and we can take out the logic board. I had to use a Phillips screwdriver, a tri-wing screwdriver, and a standoff screwdriver for the whole operation. Removing the logic board is not an easy feat because there are a lot of flex cables in the way. Now that the logic board is out, the next thing I have to remove is the faulty cameras. And here's a closer look on why the camera sounded like that. After removing the Face ID module and the SIM tray, we're gonna have to move everything to a new housing. I couldn't find a gold housing in stock, so I decided to use a silver one. And if you look closely, this one comes pre-installed with a lot of the components, so I don't have to do everything from scratch. And now we're gonna put everything back, starting with the SIM tray, then the cameras. I salvaged these cameras from another 12 Pro. Next up is the Face ID module. I had to give it a little clean before I reinstalled it. And after that's done, I can reinstall the logic board. now it's time for the new battery. I'm not gonna add any adhesive yet because I want to test everything first. And I also have to move the earpiece flex to the new display. Now that everything is installed, I can just connect the screen, turn on the phone, and hopefully everything works. Remember at the beginning of the video I said I had to make some compromises. Well, the compromise is the screen. I couldn't find any refurbished screens, so I had to settle with an LCD, which isn't the best screen you can find for an iPhone, and it also has a huge chin. But the good news is that everything seems to be working, so I can turn the phone off and start the full assembly. The first thing that I want to do now is fix the battery in place, so I'm gonna have to add new adhesive to it. Next, I have to remove the protectors around the edge of the housing, because they got in the way of adding a new screen adhesive, which is the next thing we're gonna add. Now just a few things left to add, the metal brackets, and closing up the phone. And the final touch is the color-matched SIM tray. Here you can see how big of a chin the screen has. The plus side is that it's really cheap. The downside is that it drains the battery quicker and the colors are not that good. In any case, this is my iPhone 12 Pro restoration. We've changed the housing, the cameras, the battery, and the screen. And even though the screen quality isn't as good as it could be, everything else looks amazing. I mean, it looks a heck of a lot better than it did before. So I think I can safely call this a success. But I'll leave the judgment for you in the comment section. Thank you for joining me on my first video of the year. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. And I also hope to see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!